Hello, everyone. Yes, you are welcome to today's live session. So, guys, without any waste of time, let's go directly into what we have for you guys today. So, looking at the screen, you see what I have there. Finally, the judiciary has fixed a date for the tribunal to give its final ruling. So the much awaited date has been given, and you can see it right there on the 16th of September. We can't wait to hear our judges give us this judgment. We can't wait to hear them tell us who won this election. Don't forget, so many Nigerians have come out to say that they don't know yet who is the president of Nigeria. They don't know who won this election. So until the judiciary tells us who won the election, then we'll then know who is our legitimate president. So for most Nigerians, I mean, Nigerians who didn't vote for the APC, they don't still believe that we have a president. But the constitution does not allow for that vacancy to be there. That's why we have somebody there. And the judiciary, I mean, the tribunal has come out to give us this date on the 16th of September. The final judgment will be given, the final ruling. Nigerians will then get to know who won this election. But like we've always said, that this case will still go to the Supreme Court. No matter what they rule, this case will be taken to the Supreme Court. I mean, the opposition will want to file an appeal against whosoever this judgment favors. So, but if they can dispense justice, that will also give Nigerians more confidence that, moving up to the Supreme Court, justice will equally prevail. But if they should go the other way around, I'm just wondering, I just pray that God will give peace to Nigerians and to Nigeria as a country, and also give our judges the courage. I mean, it takes courage. When you look at, the political space in Nigeria, the tension is there, and, everybody is just waiting for this ruling to happen. So I think we just need God to give these judges that courage to just do the needful. And like we've also said, that these judges are being put on trial. The whole world is watching. The international community is watching. They want to know if Nigeria even have a very good judicial system. They want to test our judges, our judiciary, to know how strong they can, how strong they can withstand this kind of pressure, this kind of test. So we are just looking forward to them giving us justice. Honestly, the long-awaited date is here with us, 16th of September 2023. Although so many people have raised, some argument that why would they want to exhaust the whole of 180 days? That's the length of days that was given to them by the Constitution. So they have to exhaust it. This 16th of September is the last date of that 180 days that they are meant to use for this case. So they exhausted everything, meaning that if they had had chance, they would have even want to exceed that time. But I think the Constitution gives them that liberty until this 16th. And that is the date they have given to us. We are just looking forward to nothing outside justice. They should give us justice. So, guys, moving on from there, I want us to take a look at this, considering the topic we've been discussing for a while on this channel. We've been looking at Tinubu'S certificate, this Chicago State University certificate that was issued to him, and the second one, that two of them are totally different. So, or you can see, looking at the headline that we have on the screen there, he said, hide my Chicago University record to prevent Nigerian bloggers from tarnishing my image, Tinubu tells US court. So, Nigerians, it's no longer about doing the right thing, following the Constitution of the United States. It's no longer about justice. It's just all about hide my records from the public, from the Nigerian bloggers. I don't think the Nigerian bloggers will just want to go out there and just take any kind of information to publish or to talk about, just like what we are doing. We go to websites and get information. I mean, websites that you can trace, and you also believe that their information is correct, and get this information to share with your audience. That's all what we do. We don't come here to start tarnishing people's image. Personally, I don't like denting people's images, but I like to like say it the way it is, for us to start talking about his records, that they are not clean. I mean, they are not genuine. I think it's not really worth it for a sitting president, although it's just for this moment. But I don't think it's a good thing. It does not even paint Nigeria in a good light. People outside, don't forget that the internet has made the whole world to become just like a village. Anything happening in Nigeria, everybody, the people in China will be seeing it, those in America, in Europe, everywhere, everybody will have access to all this information. And talking about one person since after the election, I don't really think is a good thing. So if I'm in his shoe, I will just allow the Chicago State University, please just release this record. Let these people know that my hands are clean. Let them know that the information I provided to INEC is a genuine one. I don't have any skeleton in my cupboard. So if I were in his shoes, I think that's what I would have done. But from all indication, it appears they are trying to hide something from the public. And that is what the Nigerian people, especially the youths, are frowning at. He should allow them to release his information so that everybody will see it. So you can equally see it here. He's trying to like tell the court, don't release my information, not on any other ground, but on the ground that his image will be tarnished by Nigerian bloggers. They will go out to like, say all sorts of things. That's what he's trying to say. But I think this is a very good opportunity. I mean, a golden opportunity for him to like clear the air on this certificate of a thing. Even if he's disqualified, it's not the end of his life. This is somebody that has been in politics, he has pulled weight, as in he has had enough and very strong influence in the political space in Nigeria. What else? For me, I think if he had not even contested for this election, it would have been more honorable for him, I don't think we would have gone to start digging deep on all this information if he had just retired peacefully, considering all the records he has built all this while in Lagos and also in the APC as, will I call him a founder, one of the founders of the APC. He has been the chairman, the party leader, as in one of the main leaders of the APC party. When you look at his records, considering the Nigerian politics, that he has done much in their own way of considering one doing much, I think if he had retired with all that, that would have looked more honorable for him than, I want to be president. I want to be president. It is our turn. I want to be president. And you don't really have what it takes. Or even if you had told INEC that, oh, yes, I didn't go to school. This is what I have. This is equivalent to the requirements that the Constitution wants me to provide. I have an alternative. I think that would have just been better than saying, okay, I went to Chicago University and then your records cannot be proven. So David Hundeyin posted a tweet today, and honestly, you can see it there. I've just brought it up. He said, "Lo, at official ABAT, why are you deceiving yourself?" Oh my God, with this meaning stunt, alumni network you didn't join since the dawn of the internet. It's now in August 2023 that you are joining after realizing that we are about to expose the fact that you never attended Chicago State. Honestly, when I saw this tweet, I was like, God, does it mean that he did not attend this school? Or is it that he attended, but he didn't graduate? Honestly, I'm just a bit confused. As in, looking at all this information, somehow I'm a bit frightened, because they went to the website of this school only to discover that the person who is even the Bola Tinubu is a female. I don't know. Let me see if I have. I will look for. I think I have an extension to this image you are seeing here. The person is a female. You know, the person is a female. Honestly, Nigerians, it's just okay. This is not it, but I had an extension to this particular image on the screen. So David Hundeyin was saying that when they Googled, what they saw was a female. And then this alumni of a thing, you will see that he just joined this alumni of a thing. He joined the alumni this August, meaning that they've come to see that Nigerians really want to know what happened. And they had to quickly go to register to join the alumni just now that we are in this case. So when he checked the alumni members, he had to go and check those that joined recently, only to see Bola Tinubu as one of the people that just joined recently. I mean, this August. This is David Hundeyin's Twitter handle. You can equally go there yourself and see the tweet that he tweeted, meaning that he quickly went to join this alumni as somebody that graduated from the university, even when he did not attend this school. From what David is saying, honestly, this is the biggest blow of all this. If he did not attend this university, it means that the two certificates that we've been showcasing on this channel, none of them emanated from this university. So what actually went wrong? What actually happened? Does it mean that somebody is in this university issuing certificates, or is it that it was just gotten from, those that can just fabricate certificates and sell to people? These are some of the questions that Nigerians have to ask. Luckily for us, the tribunal is giving us a date at a moment when we are discussing all this issue. I just hope that they will get to see all this information and will equally review whatever judgment that they've already planned to give, to see if it really matches the justice that we are looking out for. You know, for us to have somebody that have this kind of character, honestly, it does not tell good about us as a nation and as a people. So like this one that I shared before now, yesterday I equally shared this with you guys, though this one is a bit fast. I was saying that they went to check the yearbook from the university website, only to see that that particular year, 1979, wasn't found any longer on their website. And you know what? The funniest thing is that the Twitter handle for Chicago State University as of today has been shut down, as in you can't access it anymore. And somebody said he has been calling them to confirm on some of this information. Nobody was picking his call, sorry. So meaning that the university is not even helping out issues, They are not helping out issues, but I think the court will help Atiku to achieve his goal and also help us as a people, because we just need justice at this moment and nothing outside justice. So I have a clip here to play about this election and the call for all eyes on the judiciary. I just want us to quickly take a look at this, and then we'll move over to other things that I want us to look at for today. So guys, just take a look at this.
So just that here we overflog issues, very sentimental. Naturally, like Lord Dennis said, when a judge sits on trial, the judge is on trial. And so when you're trying a matter, the entire world is trying you. And so it's this, there's nothing out of the ordinary when people say all eyes on the judiciary, but just that we're very sentimental about it, and it now becomes as if there's something, but also the attitude, the situation where you now try to, what you call mob lynch, online lynching of a particular organ of government. That's what I frown about. But there's nothing wrong with, fixing your eye on what's actually happening around you. But that said, also against the backdrop of my knowledge and experience at election petition tribunals, I've handled quite a lot since 2003. Proving election irregularities is usually very difficult. It's a very tall order because consistently the Supreme Court has said that you need to prove polling unit by polling unit. And it must be the agents of the party that witnessed what transpired at the polling unit. And if you're talking about collation, then it must be your agent at the collation center. So what most of these candidates do, or most what the petitioners do, they know that that area is a tall order, so they look out for the technical areas, qualification of candidates. And so most of the judgment that had been delivered, starting from the one in Delta, dwells on qualification of candidate. And because also the court has said that qualification is both a pre-election and post-election issues. And so you find out that, so what petitioners do, they don't want to bother themselves with all of those tall orders of having to prove irregularity polling unit by polling unit, because it becomes a very difficult one. So they look out for, is this candidate qualified, where the primaries validly, conducted by people who should conduct the primaries, and at the qualification, at the certificates tendered by the candidates, are they verified, and were the certificate forged? So those are the issues they all look out for, because those ones are easy for you to prove. And one issue that consistently, even in the Lagos State Election Petition Tribunal, is that issue of qualification and membership of a political party. And so you see that, a recurrent decima in most of the election tribunals, especially given the fact that, you had a new wind, a new kid on the block, that's the Labour Party. And so there were a lot of contentions that by virtue of Section 77 or so of the Electoral Act, not belonging to a political party 30 days before the election, that's was a ground for disqualification. So these are most of the issues that keep recurring, and then all of those things. Therefore, Lagos State, the issue, there was a contention also on the validity of the Nigerianness of the deputy governor. All of these are what the court will eventually rule on.
Okay.
Yes. So guys, when the Tribunal for Lagos State was sitting, there was this issue about Sanwo-Olu, his WAEC certificate, and also there was this issue of dual nationality. The deputy for Lagos State, the deputy governor, has a USA citizenship, meaning that he's not even qualified to come and contest for that position. But like we all know that it is never the duty of INEC to go and start investigating to find out who is qualified and who is not qualified. These people, they know the constitution, they know what the law mandates them to do, but sometimes they want to skip it, they want to, just do whatever they want because they think it's business as usual. But like we know, we've moved away from that stage of, allowing things to just die after the election. And that is what is really backfiring on them now, because they thought that after the election, Nigerians would just forget. Is it not this Nigeria that I know? But the youths, especially the Nigerian youths, have, refused to let go. They just want things to start working well, as in things to start taking the right shape in Nigeria. And that is why, even since after the election, I tell you, the Nigerian youths keep calling on the judiciary to make sure they do the needful. So Lagos State is having an issue, and then the president of Nigeria is also having an issue. So you can imagine a condition where the president is disqualified, and then his son, who is the Lagos State governor, is equally disqualified on the basis of this forgery of a thing. Can you just imagine that happening in Nigeria? I mean, people will tend to laugh at us. Other countries will just look at us. No wonder if you're a Nigerian and you are entering another country, they just look at you as if, you are a criminal, you are a thief, and all that, because of the tag we all are carrying as a result of poor leadership in Nigeria. And our politicians don't care. Even when the people are dying, they don't care. Some of them just want to do whatever they can do to get to these positions of power. And that is what we are fighting for. We are fighting against that at the moment. And that's why the judiciary must give us justice. So let me allow the second clip of this video to play.
With this situation, Ahmed just said it's more of an INEC issue when you look at the qualification of people. What is it that INEC need to do to not allow us go through these challenges in courts and tribunals going forward? And what do political parties need to do? Because when somebody is contested first term, and then second term, you're discovering things that should have been sorted during the first term in office.
First and foremost, I must say I like the fact that you had to stop Ahmed from testifying, on a matter that had already been testified. And also, I must say that at this stage, those documents are exhibits before the court, and so you can't classify them as public documents. If you are not a party in that matter, you can't even apply for CTC of those exhibits until judgment has been delivered. Then you can now say, okay, yes, you want to apply for documents that were tendered. So at that stage, I think it's too premature to go into the evidence that were, but we can discuss the fact generally. But that said, I don't, it is not an INEC problem, really. I shook my head when Ahmed said that. It is not an INEC problem. It is purely a political party problem and a Nigerian problem. There is nowhere in the law where it says that INEC will have to individually go verifying certificates that were tendered or that were submitted by candidates.
Does it then mean that INEC does not need to do anything?
INEC puts out a form, and that is why they request you to go make a deposition before a commissioner for oath that the information that you're giving is true and that you are not lying on oath. So that's all because if you're putting you're saddling them with another responsibility of individually going to verify, that's a huge fund. And so once they do that, the law now places a responsibility on the candidates of the party that contested with that, the candidate that was declared, or the contestant that, of the party that contested with the candidate in the primaries, to challenge every deposition made so far that they feel is wrong. And it's like you give a notice, and INEC says, well, if you think that this notice it's wrong, it's like somebody wants to get married, and they say, if there's anybody here who feel why this person should not get married. So that's the case. It is not for the church, or in this case, INEC, to now go on a voyage of discovering of document. So if there is anybody within the party who contested, who feels that this information deposed to are not correct, at that point, that person has a right to challenge those information. If you are not a member of the party, you cannot. But if you are a candidate in the election, after the election, you now have a right. It becomes a ground for you to say, I am challenging your qualification. You did not meet the required qualification and you lied on oath. So it becomes a political party problem and a Nigerian problem. So that is why the law empowers those who participated. So at that point, INEC becomes an umpire.
Yes. So what he was trying to say is that Atiku has the right to go demand for all this. If you are a candidate in the election, you have the right to like question somebody's credibility. That's after, or somebody's legibility after the election. And that is exactly what Atiku is doing. Atiku, like I told you guys yesterday, that his lawyer was in court to prove that these certificates are forged. So she gave her proofs, she backed them with evidence, and they are waiting for the court to give its final ruling. And the court has to look into the matter and all that is presented before them, before finalizing on mandating the Chicago State University to release this record. But like we can all see on the screen, our president is telling the court not to allow the Chicago State University to release his record. So we don't know if the court is going to listen to him as an individual or listen to the Constitution of the United States of America, because they told us that they have jurisdiction over this case. Initially, the president of Nigeria told them that you people don't have the right to hear this case, that they don't have the jurisdiction, but they came up to tell Nigerians and the entire world that they have jurisdiction. So now the battle is set. They should release the document. And now he's telling them, please don't release it so that Nigerian bloggers will not ridicule me. But I don't think that is a strong reason, or, a strong argument to make for them not to release his record. For me, if I'm to say, I don't think he presented a very strong record. Don't forget, at the time, the court told him to bring strong reasons, as in if he can present cogent reasons as to why he doesn't want his record to be released, that they will listen to him. But you can see the reason he's giving them now is so that the Nigerian bloggers will not make jest of him. And I think this reason is not cogent enough. So guys, we are just looking forward to them giving Atiku access to this information, no matter what is contained in it. Like I've said, if he knows he doesn't have any skeleton in his cupboard, he should just allow it to be released and free himself. I mean, free himself from, will I call it a yoke? People telling you never attended a primary school, people telling you never attended a secondary school, that all your certificates are fake, your name is fake, your age is fake, the gender is fake, and all that. There are a lot of things. If he can just use this opportunity to just clear the air and say, Nigerians, look at me, I've got nothing to hide, I think it will just like ease all this tension. So guys, I was telling you guys that David Hundeyin was saying that the president of Nigeria is very smart for him to have gone to apply for this alumni whatever, for people to see that he graduated from this university. And when they Googled it, now, trust Nigerians, they are very smart. They are very, very smart. This was the result. Recently joined members. Look at the name there. People that joined the alumni recently in this August. This month we are still in. Look at the name there. So they are smart. Possibly they have people who are helping them in this university. Number one, we told you guys that the yearbook for this particular year that is in contest, the year 1979, the yearbook for that year cannot be found on their website. Also, the Chicago State University has closed their Twitter handle. You can't access them. And someone today was complaining about, placing so many calls, but nobody picked his calls. And you can see it now that he tried to join in this alumni just this September. Don't forget that David Hundeyin is an investigative journalist, so he understands whatever he's doing. Anything he posts, just know that he has taken his time to make some investigation, and he has enough evidence to prove whatever he's saying. So he's the one that posted this tweet saying that our president went to join the alumni network this month. So when they tried to find out who joined, the most recent people that joined, they now saw the name I just showed you guys. This name is an extension to that text. So that image I just removed now because I could not screenshot it at once. So I had to split it. So this is the second section of it. So guys, this is what we are saying. We just want justice. Yes, the tribunal has given us the date. Would they have the courage to deliver justice to the Nigerian people? Would they have the courage to also like clear their name and showcase to the world that we have a first-class judiciary, as in a judiciary that is fearless, a judiciary that cannot be, toasted here and there, a judiciary that stands firm. I think that is just what they have to prove to the entire world. So talking about Lagos State, somebody posted this video. Let me just show you guys this tweet, and then I will follow it up with a video. So he was talking about palliative distribution in Lagos, that Tinubu and the APC has reduced many to beggars in a country where billions of naira and billions of dollars are stolen officially and unofficially daily. So guys, you need to see where these people are fighting for palliative. They were just throwing it at them as if they are not even humans. So guys, you might think this happened in Borno State or maybe in one village in, will I say Niger State, where bandits are like disrupting people's peace. You might think that is where this video came from. You won't know this is from Lagos State. I mean, Lagos of all states. This is what is happening there. This is the Lagos we keep posting about. Yes, Lagos is a mega city. We can't take that away from it. But you can see what is happening. The hunger in the land is massive. The hunger in the land is massive. I mean, people are hungry. I shared with you guys yesterday a video of where children were just waiting for a man to finish eating so that they would dive on the crumbs, those that fell on the ground and whatever was left in the plate. The plate was almost empty. And you saw the number of children that bounced on that plate yesterday. When I saw it, I was like, God. And then this projection came up again yesterday that in 2050, Nigeria will be lacking skilled individuals, meaning we will be growing in population. But when you check the population of the people, you see that they are empty, as in no skill, no education, and all that. I watched a video on the most educated countries in Africa. Nigeria was never among, and we are the giants of Africa. We are the giants of Africa, fellow Nigerians. Nigeria was never among the first 10 most educated countries in Africa. I was like, God, I was thinking that Nigerians, as in Nigeria as a country, is a very educated country. I didn't even know that, honestly, we couldn't make the 10 first list, as in the first 10 countries. Nigeria wasn't among. I was shocked. And you can see one of the reasons why we are lagging behind. Leadership, leadership, leadership has been the problem. And that is why we keep calling on all Nigerians. Let's come together and fight for a new Nigeria. Let's add our voices together. Let's call on the judiciary to give us justice. Even after this ruling, don't forget we'll be going to the Supreme Court. Let's keep pressing on them to give us justice, because if Nigeria is better tomorrow, it's better for all of us. Peter Obi will always say you won't go to the north and get something cheaper. It's expensive everywhere. There is nowhere you get it cheaper. It is almost the same thing across the whole Nigeria. And that's why we have to keep on this fight and calling on them to give us justice. That is just what we want from our judiciary. So guys, we will be ending this session at this point, but like I've told you guys that the judgment date has been fixed on the 16th of September. So please don't forget and let our eyes keep being on the judiciary, because they must give us justice and nothing outside justice. So guys, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's session. Please don't forget to give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it for others to watch. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that each time I have a new update, you'll be notified. So with all this, I want to say a very big thank you, and we look forward to how this case is going to end. We just pray that it ends well. We pray that Chicago University releases, the court mandates the Chicago University to release all this information that Atiku wants to have access to, so that Nigerians will know exactly what is stated there. So let me quickly just take some of these. I don't know if there are questions. Nigerian constitution needs to be changed. If they are not, okay, yes, we know we have issues with our constitution, but that's not the topic for now. We just want the judiciary to do the needful. All these shale leaders being found out, their action tells you who they work for, who is paying them. So guys, also, okay, sorry, let me finish with this. This man is, okay, I don't use nasty words. Please, let's just mind our languages, because YouTube does not allow it when we promote, wrong languages here. That Nigerian president should step down. More lies only lead to destruction. Yes, this is one of the things I've been saying, that he should just like come out and tell Nigerians what he has as his qualification. I think that would just make everything to be easy for Nigerians than complicating issues, telling us you schooled there, you didn't school there. Honestly, I was a bit confused when David Hundeyin posted that tweet that he never attended, because I know he's a very thorough, journalist that does his investigation very well. So when I saw it, I was a bit worried. I was like, does it mean he didn't attend this university? Honestly, Nigerians, if he didn't attend this university, it's a different topic altogether. Because me, I was thinking maybe he attended the university, but maybe something went wrong. He didn't enter the university with the right credentials or the right like basic certificates, primary, secondary, and all that. That's what I am thinking. But if it's that he didn't attend this university at all, I think that one is even more frightful. As in, I'm just already worried on his behalf, because I don't know what it will mean on the international stage that we have a president that has drug-related issue. He has all these things, so many things hanging around him, and then it is now being discovered that he never attended this university. Honestly, that will even be more dangerous. I mean, more damning. And for him to come out and to be telling the university, please, court, tell the university to hide my documents. I don't want the Nigerian bloggers to ridicule me. I think that is already indicating that something is being hidden from the public. And I just hope that Atiku continues with this fight and gets this document, and then Nigerians will just get the first-hand information as to what is contained in his certificate. So guys, with all this, I want to say a big thank you very much for being a part of today's live session. Please, I really appreciate your presence. The only way you support me is by subscribing to my channel, and please don't forget to turn on the notification bell. It's very important, and do me well to like this video so that YouTube can recommend it for others to watch. I want to wish you a very good night's sleep, and God bless you. Bye.